God's name is going on in here?
Episode 62, man. 52. We're back, man. Back at the headquarters here, which is, just like I said last week, 3 doors down, new room, new spot. Dynamic duo back at it, man. Me and Vinnie here, man. Vinnie, um, I heard you had a good weekend, man. Had a good weekend?
Awesome weekend.
Hell yeah, dude.
Awesome weekend. Thank you, Comic Palooza, for having Texas All Star and your favorite bad guy, Big Bad Vinnie Zuko. It was amazing.
I saw you, man. I saw the pictures. And we made sure on the 52, we made sure that to tell everybody to go out there and go support Texas All Star Wrestling. Vinny, it's just what you call it, Bob from Texas All Star Wrestling, great guy, man. I can't wait to one day we'll get to have a beer together and talk a little trash together. But yeah, they're great people, man. I love those guys. They're so good, man. Terry, all those guys, awesome. But I saw the Instagram and all the posts and shit. It looked really cool, man. The setup was beautiful, man. I wish we could have went, man. I got stuck here at the watering hole, but I wish I could have went, man.
Hopefully, I get invited back next year.
Well, yeah, for next year for sure, we got to go. I mean, we got to make a big deal about it next year. We got to all get out there and watch it, man. Episode 62. The only thing I had for 62, I know Angel kind of mentioned to me before the show. He said it was George Lopez was 62, right? And Eddie Murphy, and who else you said it was? Oh yeah, Dennis Rodman, the
What?
worm.
The Worm is
Worm.
62.
That's an old ass worm, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. That dude was a hell of a rebounder, man. I watched so many documentaries, so many little series on him. He's so dude, that dude was so intense, man.
All I got for 62
What you got?
is that was the Impala that was on the front cover of Murder Was the Case.
Oh
Snoop
shit.
Dogg.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Good. That's good. That's a good one. I like that, man. Murder was the case. That was a good album. That was a good
That's
hit.
classic. Classic.
The other thing is 62. The only thing I had was that's when pagers were invented. We had the cordless phone, and something called a computer was invented. So that's pretty. I had no idea there was pagers in 62. I didn't know they had.
In 1962, there was pagers.
Yeah, I didn't know there was drug dealers already.
Yeah, I didn't get mine till 1992.
Yeah, no shit, dude. I had the clear one. That was cool. The clear shit was. I remember they used to have stores dedicated just to pagers, like a pager store. They had a whole kiosk, or they had a whole store. This I grew up in Austin, and they used to have a store, and it was.
Any color you wanted.
I know. I used to love that shit, man. Everybody thought they were important with the little pager and shit. It was the thing 911, right? 911. If
That's
it's
it.
important, it's important. 911. Yeah. So 62 pager came in, cordless phone. I guess cordless phone. Well, I don't know what that would look like. It's probably big as shit. It's probably like a fucking monster. It was huge. Also, man, I wanted to say thank you to the unofficial sponsor of the 50. One of the unofficial sponsors of the 52, the Dirty Hooker Fishing Gear. Picture of the little logo right here. We appreciate them, man. I know I was chit chatting with them on the I was chit chatting with them on the social medias there. And good folks, man. And if you're fishing and them fish ain't nibbling on that hooker, man, throw your Raycons on and listen to an episode of 52, man, while you're out there fishing with the hookers. That's what that cordless phone looked like. That was pretty big. 62. That's what it looked like. Huh?
What do you mean? Like in 1962?
Yeah, I didn't.
That's
That looks fancy.
insane.
That's sleek,
'Cause
man.
I remember that in 1992.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Actually, I remember we used to when I still was in high school. They still had the cord on it.
Yeah,
The cord.
you're right.
That's just me. I was probably broke, so I didn't have all that fancy shit.
The cord in my house was pretty straight.
Oh yeah, was it?
It was just like stretched,
Oh okay.
like I underneath the door.
And then into the door.
Try to get get as far away from my parents.
I don't blame you. But yeah, I did 62. That's all I had, man. For that was that. Let's see. Oh yeah, dude. So I was got sucked in again to the Netflix, dude. Netflix sucked me in. They always do, as they do. They sucked me in, dude. I got into watching what's his name again? Lewis Capaldi. Lewis Capaldi, man. Hell of a singer. You heard of that guy before? Singer? Dude, his music, dude, it's pretty. He's a UK cat. He's out of Glasgow. Glasgow?
Yes.
Scotland. He's out of Scotland over there, man.
Scotland.
He's a talented freak. You ever heard of him, Angel? Yeah, but he's great, man. Great guy. So Jennifer knew about him and she was telling me about him, and I checked out his little documentary. It was like a 3-parter, and the dude, young as shit, man. He started in 2019. Dude was killing it, man. He's got some hits, man, and all his songs will rip your heart out, man. He's got this voice that'll make you cry like a bitch, man. He's so damn talented, man. This kid started when he was in his early early years, like 7 he started, and he was hitting the road, and his dad would drive him around town. They do little bars and pubs and shit. He goes, "And I just grinded it out, man, and half the time I was singing up there, and nobody was listening to me, and they had their back to me, and people were having drinks, and nobody gave a shit." He goes, "And I just kept plugging away, man, and eventually it just kinda hit." He was the first unsigned artist to have, was it 25 million views on, Spotify with not being signed or anything like that. He had 25 million,
That's a tough
hits.
town too. Glasgow?
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah.
like it's not, it's just, working class. It looked like for me, what I gathered from what the city looked like was just working class. And
Yeah.
dude, the thing about it, this guy had, this documentary takes place like right before the pandemic, and he just had his first hit and shit, and he was blowing up. And the guy was just humble, man. Like he was gonna get on a flight to go somewhere, and he was packing his own shit. Here in America, we used to see when you see a superstar of that caliber, man, they got somebody doing their, putting their shit in their luggage for them, getting their shit, getting their car ready. He drove himself around town, man. Just a good all around good kid, man. He was just badass. And then he was gearing up for the second album. He was getting geared up for the second one. That's when, like I said, the pandemic kicked in, man, and he fucked screwed up his whole plan. And he was just getting stressed, man, because he couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere, couldn't perform. And he just got to the point where he was just kind of stuck in the house, man. And so what happened was he kept doing the things, kept recording stuff and whatnot. And then he started getting like a little tick, man. He had like a little tick, like he had a little twitch in his eye, he had a little twitch, he had a little twitch, and he's like, I'm not no, he ignored it. That's just nothing, it's just nerves or something like that. And it started getting worse and worse. And then it started opening up, and he was doing a show in Wembley. And he goes, he was getting so bad that when he was trying to play the guitar, he couldn't play no more. He was like twitching hard. And he had to stop the show, man. He couldn't even play no more, so they had to stop the show, and he had to. So eventually, he had to just get it. He had to get it figured out, man. What it was, the short and the long of it was, he ended up having. He was worried. He thought he was having a stroke or something. He thought what it was. He just had Tourette's. He had like a mild case of Tourette's and
Yep.
shit. And it was just it was shitty to see the, because I was getting I was watching the documentaries. I was getting all pissed off in my house. I was like, this guy's all talented, and they're trying to screw him up and tear his talent away from him, man. And he's got Tourette's. What? Who would give him Tourette's, man? This guy, he's just, what are the odds, that he would get this? But he said when he was performing, and then there was one episode, there was one where he was singing when he was like coming up, and he was singing to his crowd, and they were singing back to him. And he's like, "Holy shit! Like this is this is what I signed up for, man. This is what I was looking for. When they sing back to
Yep.
you,
You made it.
yeah, dude." And then it's like his dad was saying at that exact moment, he said, "I was in the crowd watching him," and he goes, "And I saw my kid smile." And he's like, "I knew he was gonna be the next big thing, man. He knew I was gonna be the next. He's gonna be the next." And he's huge, man. Like I said, now he's huge. I think he just dropped his second album now, and I think the we don't whatever you do, audience, the ones of listeners out there, whatever you do, don't watch his new video. What's it called? What song called? I don't know what it's called, but the video will rip your heart out, man, and it'll throw it on the floor and step all over it, dude. And you'll just it's an emotional shit, man. The songs are great, man.
Wish you the best.
Wish you the best, yeah, dude. It's a awful video. I mean, like it's a sweet video, but it's just terrible. Like it's terrible. It's just very emotional. But like I said, it's not even the visuals. It's the voice. His voice is it's very powerful. It moves you, dude. I never heard of him before until this
What
Netflix
kind
special.
of what genre of music is it?
What would you say it is? I don't know, like pop, like not pop, like
Is it like Harry Connick Jr. type stuff or what?
It's more like Adele.
yeah, like
a
Adele,
guy,
yeah.
Ah, okay.
And then
but more talented.
yeah, way more talent. And then the sad part, dude, you know what the shittiest part about it was, man? You want to pull up so Vinny can see what he looks like. The shitty part about it is like people would say, this guy, he's talented, but he's not gonna make it because he's an ugly kid. He's an ugly guy. It's like that's fucked up, man. Like the dude, I don't, it doesn't matter. Like
Ah,
he's just a regular cat. He's just a regular dude.
regular Joe.
Yeah, man. And then it's like, they're gonna say, "Oh, you're not gonna make it." This and that. He goes, "But I focused on my career, focused on my music." He goes, "I didn't care what people. I didn't give a shit about people."
But you said he's not signed to any label,
Oh,
right?
now he is. Now he is. Now I forget where he's with now, but he's huge now, man. He's massive. Like I said, second album just dropped.
But people get paid to like make him
Oh yeah,
the way he's supposed to look, right?
yeah. But the thing with him was, like interviews. He was having a couple interviews on this documentary, and they were asking, "Man, what do you? Your songs are so damn powerful and shit. And so what do you do? What motivate? Are you? Do you?" He goes, "Man, these things just happen. These songs just happen, man. Like it's just feeling. He goes, I don't read books. He goes, I'm not a deep cat. I'm not a poet. He goes, I just when I come up with a hook or something, it just happens, man. It's like I'm not a deep guy. He says, these songs that I make are just it just come out, man. He was so impressive, man. The guy's he does it effortlessly too, man. Like he just sings without any it just comes out, man. It's nuts. You gotta check him out. If you get a chance to check him out, check out his tunes, man. It's
You said it was on Netflix.
yeah, Netflix. It's called shit. What was the name of that episode? It was called I think it's just the Lewis Capaldi. I think it's just called his story. But it was just but it's just the hardships of him dealing with that Tourette's and shit. He couldn't figure at first. He couldn't figure out what it was. He didn't know if it was just like stress or anxiety. Was it
Or too much caffeine.
that too? Too many monsters.
It's called Lewis Capaldi. How I'm feeling.
Okay, how I'm feeling, Lewis Capaldi.
How
Check
I'm
it out.
feeling.
How I'm feeling now.
Vinnie Zuko, how I'm feeling.
How you
Too
feeling?
much caffeine. My damn eyes twitching.
Yeah.
Like
Um,
can't sleep.
and
You
your
know,
body sore and shit.
body sore. That's what I was doing last week.
So what were the what was the result, man? Did we win or what did we do? Did
Nah, man.
come
man.
on? That's sons of bitches, man.
I was,
We'll get it.
It was a really good match. Though.
I can imagine. Is there? Can we watch it somewhere? Can the folks watch it?
That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
I don't know if Comic Palooza is actually gonna
Okay.
put it on their website or
Mhm.
what they're gonna do, but I'm looking forward to
Okay.
it because they have commentary on it. Like the entrances were awesome.
Dude, when we find the
Yeah.
link, we'll share it on the 52 with the link from the Comic Palooza because I want to see it myself, dude. 'Cause I think that was I hated that I missed it. I wanted to go. I like the whole scene. I never been before. I always wanted to see it. I wanted to go, but
Golly.
work called. So
I
had to-
think me and Caden we went a few times, and me and Caden would like kind of like dress up a little bit. He'd be Batman, I'd be Superman, or like we both would dress up like wearing the Incredible Hulk shirts, or
yeah.
we met Lou Ferrigno there.
Oh, no shit.
And then Caden got to talk to Ric Flair, and
Oh wow. When was this?
so-
Last year?
this is when Caden was about like 10, like 9, 10.
Is Flair all it's cracked up to be? Ric Flair? Is he?
Dude, Flair's awesome,
Yeah.
dude. He had a
did-
full on blown conversation with Caden.
Oh, dude, that's what we was listening to. It's like some people say they come and meet their heroes, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Like sometimes they don't. They're disappointed. You know what I mean? I think it was who was it that was saying this? Shit, I can't remember where I was listening, what podcast I was listening to, but this guy goes, I met oh, that's what it was. What's the guy from the actor Ed Norton, right? Or Ed Norton from
Edward Norton?
Edward Norton from American History X.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this guy says, "Yeah, I met him, and I was excited to meet him, and I was talking, and he goes, and he kind of like pulled, he pulled back from me, like, And then I met Tom Cruise, and I had the same energy. This is I think a comedian that met Edward Norton and Tom
Right.
Cruise, and he goes, I gave Tom Cruise my energy, and Tom Cruise met my energy, and then he goes, also met Arnold Schwarzenegger, he met my energy, and they were excited to meet. But he goes, it's just weird how some people.
I think Arnold would be cool to meet.
Oh shit, yeah, dude. I mean, you could, that dude. I grew up with that guy, man. I mean, just like we grew up watching his movies and
Yeah,
shit.
like when I had to meet Lou Ferrigno, man, because that was growing up. That was the Hulk,
Dude. That was the original. That's the Hulk, man.
and he was, he I don't know, man. Like he was just kind of doing his thing, I guess. He wasn't like Ric Flair. Like
Yeah.
when we met Ric Flair, he was
He was him.
chopping it up with Caden
Oh,
and
shit.
stuff like that. But
That's cool, man. I always wondered how he would be. I always
Yeah.
wondered how he would.
like I know this one that just happened. They had the panel of. Have you ever seen the Boys?
I've heard of it. I know.
Oh
I
my
know of
god,
it.
that show is amazing. But yeah, they had
I need to watch that. You watch
they
that?
had the cast from
Okay,
the
I
Boys.
need to watch that. I need to check
And
that out.
yeah, dude, like it was awesome.
And so, no, you were gonna say something?
I was gonna say what happened with Danny Trejo.
Oh, I didn't get to.
God.
He was coming later on.
Oh,
I wanted the Machete, man. I wanted
Machete.
the remake.
I know.
The remake, dude. A little.
Need to do it. If you're listening, put me in there.
Let's do it, man.
Put me in, coach.
I had my little fun fact I always have the little fun facts for Vinny because I know you're our wrestling correspondent and you know all the ins and outs of the wrestling. But I get excited to share something with you all the time every week. My new one this week that I deep dived on was I came across this thing where, and I don't know if how old this is or whatever because like I said I'm not in the loop there, but it was of John Cena. And it was a thing. It was a bit. The thing that's the thing I was watching the documentary. It was John Cena. He was in the back in the control room, and The Rock was up there. And he said The Rock did something it's a no in the business. He goes when he saw that somebody told him John Cena's ear, hey, look, Look at the Rock's hand right here. Look at right here. He's got something on there. Cena looked.
Oh,
He had writing right
yeah.
here, and then Cena went out there and he
Called him out.
yeah, he called him.
Called
He's like,
him out.
I don't have to have my shit on my arm here. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna call you out. I'm gonna talk
That's-
shit to you. Like I'm gonna talk to you. I can.
That's
Gotta bring it, man.
The promos, man.
Dude,
You gotta-
it was great, man. It was great to see. I had never seen that, and I didn't know. And then they got it was like real beef, man.
yeah,
It looked. I don't know if
they did not like each other.
Yeah,
man.
dude, because the Rock, Rock, it was just.
I
I
mean, you
had
know
never
what?
seen the Rock like that.
I don't know. I grew up a rock fan, but I'm talking about like, mutton chop, rock.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Pompadour rock, Versace rock.
Yeah, I like the Rock.
Not this new guy. I don't like him
I
at
like-
all.
I agree with you. I like the Rock when he was like he had a little chunk on him. He had a little fat on him. That was a good Rock. I used to love him back then, dude. He had his promos were amazing. He did this amazing eye roll towards
It's
I forgot which wrestler they were
Farouk.
doing. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great, man.
I don't know, man. I can't get on board with the new rock, man. Just I don't know what it is.
Too clean. Too
He-
clean.
He I don't know.
No.
He had it out with Vin Diesel, like I said, he had it out with John Cena. He had it out with, he thinks he is the action star.
Yeah. There's
You
there's only one. I think
Shit,
there's
we
one.
had back in our day, we
yeah.
had Jean-Claude, we had Arnold, we had Stallone, we had
And they could all coexist together, man. They all got along, man. They also did the damn the
Yeah,
expendable shit. So
the Stallone and Dolph Lundgren didn't get along for the longest.
yeah, now
They're buddies now, but
yeah. Speaking of that makes me remember this. We were watching this the other day. Stallone, you got to watch it. The new reality show. Stallone, his kid, his family, his daughters and stuff. You
Yeah.
gotta check it. Was it Stone Family? I think it's called the Stone Family. I think
Sly Family Stone.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good band. Or that's a good group. It shows him and it showcases him. But the reason why he said that, Dolph Lundgren, is that it was him. Check this out, dude. This is insane. So it's at the beginning the first episode. It's Stallone sitting he's having pizza at this little outside bar with his brother. What's his brother's name?
Frank.
Frank Stallone. Yeah. He's sitting there out there having pizza, and then they're at the table there, and Dolph Lundgren's there. He shows up, and they're eating pizza. They're hanging out, eating pizza, and then they're hanging out, just having a conversation. And down the street, they show the camera focuses out, and here comes Al Pacino coming down the street, and then Al Pacino joins them when he's eating pizza. Dude, it was just to see that table is it's just all these stars I grew up with, and it was amazing. But they're old cats now, dude. It's just funny, but it was just cool to see. Can you imagine? I just
They
couldn't
probably
imagine.
blocked off like
Yeah, no shit,
4 or
right?
5 city blocks
Yeah.
so that can actually go down.
But I was just thinking, can you imagine walking? If I walked past that, dude, I'd lose my mind, dude, just to see those guys. Because Al Pacino was a big, I loved Al Pacino as an actor. He was great, man. Of course, Scarface. Who can go wrong with Scarface? But to see those guys. But anyway, that show, it's okay. It's not bad, but it's more about it's geared to his daughters. And
Yeah.
like I said, they're young. I think they're in their early 20s. And like I said, they're good looking gals. But like I said, I think it's geared more to that. And I think he's trying to get them. I think he's trying to get them that Kardashian thing. I think he's trying to get
Oh
them
my
that. I
God,
think he's
dude.
trying to get them so they can have that that limelight kind of
I
time.
don't
get
know
their
what
time.
happened. Stumbled across the Kardashian. I guess I don't fucking know. But like, dude, I felt my brain in my head like melting away. Like just watching it, I was like I was watching it actually,
Yeah.
like not even looking at my phone. I was like looking at
You're
the
into it?
screen, and I was like, no, I gotta turn this off. Like I feel my shit just melting in my head now.
You're getting hypnotized,
Like,
man. It's
yeah, dude. Like I don't like they just
it's them
it's
cheeks.
like no, it wasn't
Yeah,
even the cheeks. It
cheeks.
was like 2 cars just like crashing, and you have to see the car crash.
You gotta finish. You gotta see it get swept up.
Yeah, dude, you have to.
Pick up the glass.
And it was just like, golly, I
No,
just
It was even better when Bruce Jenner was on it.
It was better.
'Cause he was always, I don't know, he's trying to fight being a woman, I guess, but he was always, he used to sneak into Kim's closet and try on her clothes.
oh wow,
Yeah, damn, man. That's
like and
I'm
then
missing out, dude. I'm missing out.
Travis Barker and
Oh, yeah, old girl,
what's
Courtney.
her name, Courtney,
Oh, I know them all, dude. I know them all.
dude,
Yeah.
like Travis Barker, like what is he doing, man?
He's
Like
weird.
he is like
He's a weird cat. Is he still with her or no? Oh, he's still with? Okay.
Oh yeah, they're married.
I just like, and that's what caught me as I was just like watching this, and I was like, oh fucking train wreck.
Even the coolest guy like Travis Barker got
Oh
sucked
my
in, man.
God,
He
dude.
got
But
sucked
hey,
in.
the Kardashian curse. I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
you know about that.
When
Hey, every one of them that they date, they fall off. Look what happened to what's his name?
Lamar Odom, man, he got the worst. He got the bad end of the deal on that one, man.
Kanye lost it all. Lamar Odom lost it all.
Yeah.
Kanye did
He was
that
lost
to
already. I think he
himself.
lost already.
What's that? The dude that Kim just got rid of?
Pete Davidson.
Oh, yeah,
Pete
Pete.
Davidson.
Oh, yeah.
He fell off. Like,
Oh, wasn't it? I think I mentioned that last week with Pete Davidson in the new Fast and Furious. He was really good in that movie, dude.
Pete Davidson was in Fast and
Yeah,
Furious.
he's good, but he's like a little IT guy. He's like a little nerd guy. He was good though.
Oh, get the little cameo
He's
in
good,
there, huh?
man. He was
Little
good. He had his
cameo.
he had a little time on camera.
Little
then.
shine.
Oh
He's
yeah,
a little pothead.
yeah. He was a little, yeah. He was working like at a he was like a head shop kind of thing. But yeah, I was watching the Lewis Capaldi special. Watch that. If you get a chance to see that on Netflix, check it out, man. That guy is just unbelievable, man. I didn't know how talented this guy was. I had no clue. I just stumbled upon him, and it was just I was just interested. I
You
was
watch
really
Foo Bar yet?
not yet, not yet. I need to.
Yeah, me and Caden are watching it, and it's Arnold.
It's Arnold. Okay,
It's Arnold.
I need to watch it, dude. I know. I was pissed, dude, because I've always, like I said, I've always been obsessed with Arnold, and I saw just a comedian that I don't follow him, but it just comes across my social media. His name is Bert Kreischer, and he got to work out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I was just pissed. Dude. I was like, this fucking piece of shit got to work with Arnold Schwarzenegger, man, with this legend. He got to work out with him, man. But yeah, so the Kardashians, I get sucked into them, dude. I like them. I used to like them. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Kanye, dude, he's back at it, dude. You got to see the clothes. Have you seen that shirt that he can pull it up? You got to see that shirt he's wearing. It's like it looks like he's got shoulder pads on, but I'm talking about like comical. Like there is like I guess it's a new trend he's trying to get like shirts and shit. But anyway, look, I saw him on I think it was Instagram, I think, or no.
Like, is it his?
Look at it. Check that out, dude. Look at that, dude. Broad
Oh,
shoulders,
dude, like, I
shoulders
don't
for
know,
days,
like,
man.
He's just, I don't know. Like, we're starting to get into the future now.
Yeah, it's coming, dude.
It's coming,
The-
and
the
like
apparel, yeah.
the apparel, like we're just looking at that, and he's dressed a certain way. But yeah, go look at freaking Demolition Man. That's the way they're dressing in Demolition Man.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes look like that, man.
Oh.
Look at him, man.
And he makes his girlfriend or whatever she is wear shit on her head.
Yeah.
Because they keep taking Pete Davidson's head and putting it on her body.
Nice.
So he doesn't want her face out there anymore.
Oh my god.
Nice, dude. I had no clue that's why he was. I didn't know why she was wearing that stuff, but yeah, man, Kanye, dude, he's got the new shirt on, man. I gotta see I'm gonna see how much that costs. When I get one of them to see what them shoulders.
Kanye has to have
my
him look
shoulders.
a certain way, doesn't he?
He does. He has to.
They have to look a certain way.
Oh
I
man,
just
he's
noticed that.
a superhero.
I
Superhero out there looking like it.
don't know, man.
It's rough.
Like I stepped out of the house, and like the Amazon truck was in front. And golly, dude, we live in the future. Like this son of a bitch, it sounded, it didn't even, like, it sounded electric. It was all electric. The lights, everything just looked like futuristic.
The truck?
The truck,
Oh,
the
shit.
Amazon truck.
Oh shit.
And like the guy stepped out, and I was just like, I looked at the truck because me being a motorhead, and I just looked at it, and I was like, I shook my head, dude. I wanted to go back inside and be like, where the hell am I?
Yeah. Fucking
Like,
time warp, dude.
yeah, dude. Like, it just, and then he hops back in it, and it sounds, how like you jump in a golf cart,
Yeah.
and you hit the gas,
Yeah.
and it just makes that noise, and it's like, it's really quiet, and just goes. You just hear
Yeah.
the tires,
Oh yeah.
the tires, the gravel on the tires, right?
Yeah.
That's what this fucking thing sound like, dude. And I was like, I'm done. I'm going back to sleep.
Look, if we are going to be forced to have electric cars, I want it to sound like the Jetsons.
Oh
That's
God,
the best noise. That's the
Blast.
best noise.
It has to.
That's the best
Oh
noise.
my
Dude. That's
God,
the best
dude.
noise, dude. Yeah,
It
that's the
was-
best
It has to
noise.
sound like that.
It's the best noise, dude. It's the best.
I, I couldn't, dude. I
I
honestly
didn't know they
wanted to
had
go back
electric ones. Right? I didn't
upstairs.
know they had electric trucks.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't know they had.
No, like,
I didn't know.
They have the ones that they first came out with or whatever when Amazon,
Mhm.
came out. But no, dude, like if you see one, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This Amazon truck was like,
Oh,
there it
that
is.
one.
Look at it.
Oh, shit.
Look at it.
Okay. I guess that must be like in neighborhoods or something.
Look at it.
I've seen it here.
Oh no shit. I haven't. I guess I don't pay attention. But yeah, holy shit, man.
That's insane. Look at the back. Look at the rear end. Like, and it was like, it sounded like a freaking golf cart.
That's a trip.
Now you want to know why I went back upstairs and
I
I was
would've
like,
went
I'm going to
inside.
sleep.
I would have been back to sleep. Steve. It would come back in the '80s, man. Come back. But yeah, man, that's insane. I never seen those. I haven't seen. I guess like I said, when they come here, I don't see it. When they come to the place of
I was
business,
looking for
I
Doc Brown.
don't- Doc Brown with that trash compactor in the back, dude,
Oh,
with that
golly,
trash,
dude.
little banana rinds and shit. Another
For that
thing,
damn almanac. I could
we
use
can
it.
make some money.
I
We
could
can make
use
some
it.
money, dude. We gotta get Biff involved. We gotta bring Biff involved though. We gotta get him Biff. Um, Conor McGregor, man. Again, Netflix sucked me in again, dude.
Oh God.
Netflix, dude, get me, dude. They got me. They got me down, man, for the count. Conor McGregor is called McGregor Forever. Nice little documentary, dude. Nice little documentary on him. It kind of takes place from when he lost to Khabib, and then it went to where he lost to Poirier, where he broke his foot. It was in between that area there where it kind of took place from like in between where all the COVID took place in between
He
all that.
hasn't had a comeback fight though.
No, he hasn't, dude. He had that one with Cowboy Cerrone, but it was kind of the Cowboy was kind of over the hill kind of thing. But yeah, dude, the documentary is great, man. I've always been obsessed with like these things like the 30 for 30s, all those behind the scenes of what happened. Like, like the best one was the Jordan thing, the one that came out when they came out on Netflix, the big one, whatever it was called.
I did
Last
finally
Dance.
see.
Last Dance.
Did finally see Air.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, dude. Good? Eh,
Awesome, dude.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't because I hadn't heard good things yet.
No, dude. Like it was good. I honestly liked it, dude.
Yeah. No, for sure. I get it.
That was our period of time.
Yeah.
So I can relate to it, and like I saw where it was coming from, all that. And they were talking about players that, back when I was a hardcore basketball fan,
Sure.
and the shoes, like all that, dude. I remember that. I remember my freaking dad telling me, he's like, "Oh, what do you want those Michael Jordans for? Everybody wears Converse.
Yeah.
Everybody wears Converse." And I was like, "No, Dad, I want Jordans."
Good shit, man.
And then like he's like, nah, but I know why that he didn't want to get the Jordans. You want Converse? I was like, because that's what they grew up on. Like
yeah.
Converse,
Yeah.
the
It was
Converse All-Star shoe was the shoe.
yeah. That was it, man.
So if you get a chance to watch Air, dude,
I'm gonna
like,
watch it. I've been wanting to. Just I was kind of on the fence about it. Just hadn't had time to watch it, and just I was kind of because like I said, a lot of bad reviews.
I like Matt Damon, dude.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like Matt Damon.
Yeah, I like Matt Damon and what's his name?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck together.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do great. They do good movies.
And Chris Tucker's in it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He's just like an agent or something or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's based on facts.
Yeah,
True
okay.
story.
There's no appearance by Jordan. I know a cameo by Jordan
No.
or anything. No.
No.
I was hoping there'd be a cameo.
You gotta watch it.
I thought he'd be the delivery guy or something.
Oh,
like
dude,
that.
it's awesome,
Pizza,
dude.
Amazon.
It's
Prime.
it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay, I need to check it out though, because like I said, I think you and a couple other folks told me about to check it out. That it's worth the watch. So I need to check it. I gotta sit down and buckle down and watch it and
You'll enjoy it.
strap myself in. But yeah, just I love these behind the scenes movies, man. Like I said, as a kid growing up, I always wanted more. Like I always wanted to see more behind like what's going on in the locker room, what's going on here. What are they doing here? Like not for to see their parts, but just to see the interaction as worker, the interaction as teammates. How they work together, how they are, how the chemistry is during practice. And now you get to see all that shit, man. Like you see Connor, how he acts after the fights, and it's just like it's crazy, man. How he goes from 0 to 60, man. Like after the fight's over, it's just like you can see where he turns into a person. Like where it's just like the reality
Turns
kicks
it on
in.
and off?
Yeah, and the reality kicks in. It's just like fuck, I just lost, and man, you gotta manage it. You gotta figure it out. And it's just weird. It's weird to see him when he's this big ball of personality,
Yeah.
and then the fight's over, and he goes back to being just like a dude, just a regular dude that just got his ass kicked.
My kid, and he gets to see behind the scenes and stuff.
That's the good shit.
And he gets to see the switch turn on and off, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And he's amazed by it. Like how do you do that? How do you like?
Yeah. Kick it in.
Yeah.
Kick it in, man.
Me being an entertainer and all, like you guys know me. Like
oh,
I
for
just
sure. It switches. Like
what
we
I
know
do.
we know when it's Vinnie time because we can't we leave you alone when it's Vinnie time because he's got the long stare and you leave him alone and he's flipping the hair all over the place, so you got to leave him alone, dude. You got to stay out of the way, man.
Everybody's wet after
Yeah,
that.
everybody's drenched in more ways than one. But yeah, man. So this Connor documentary, man, it's killer, man. It shows him how when he grew up, man, he grew up poor as shit, and he was a plumber. He was a plumber for what do you say, like a year and a half, and he goes, man, doing this shit. He goes, that wasn't for me, man. He goes, that wasn't the life for me. I wanted to pursue my fighting career. It was what I knew I was gonna do. He goes, it did that. There was no way I could do, a real life job like that. So in 2000 and 2013 when he broke into, because he had a lot of fights leading up to getting into the UFC, but in 2013 when he got into his first fight in the UFC and he made it, he won his first fight. He won his debut fight. What's his name?
Dana White.
Dana White went back there. He's like, man, all the hype they gave you, talked about you from Ireland over there. You're the real deal, man. He goes, Connor's like, man, I'm just excited. I got $60,000, man. I just got a $60,000 check, man. I'm stoked. He goes, I'm excited. And even in the post interview, they asked him, how do you feel? You won your first major fight. He goes, I got $60,000. He goes, I never had that kind of money. I don't know where I'm going to spend it. He goes, I was just on welfare last week. He goes, so I feel like I'm top of the world right now. He goes, so it was so cool to see him be honest about that. Like, I, I'm excited that I made all this money, dude. Like, I'm
Dude,
excited.
money will change you.
Yeah, dude. Because some people are like, oh yeah, it's a great experience. No, man. You know what it's about. It's about you made that cash, man. That's what it's all about, man. To make it. That's the plan, man. Is to make it.
But he started he started from ground zero, man. You got to think about he, like you said, he was plumbing. He was over there with the damn plunger. Trying to get somebody's.
Yeah, trying to get that.
He's trying to get it out of there,
Yeah,
and
trying to get that shipper pie out of there.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
and it's just, dude, money would change you. Now look at him. The man got
Dude.
his own what is it, whiskey?
Yeah, dude. He said I think they said towards the end of the documentary they said that he sold a majority of that whiskey for $600 million, and then he was the highest paid in 2022 or 2021. 2020 he was the highest paid fighter with $130 million, or 100 is it 130 or 180? I can't remember which one it was. But that's what I'm saying is like this dude is. He goes, man, my family is set. My kids, I got 3 kids. He goes, they're set. They don't have to never do anything. He goes, and that was my plan from day one when I started this whole mission. I wanted to be where they didn't have to do anything. Where they didn't have to ever work, and I carry the load. He goes, I never wanted my wife to have to work. He goes, that was it. That was a plan, and we made it. He goes, but I'm not stopping now. He goes, so I think he's got another fight coming up in May, right? Or no?
They don't haven't
at
picked
some
the
point.
date yet. It's sometime this year though.
Yeah, but he looks totally different now too. He's all
He's-
jacked.
Yeah,
Now he's gonna be fighting middleweight, so he'll be 185.
185.
Yeah.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
be fighting Michael Chandler.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch. We're gonna tune into that because he's gonna be doing the Ultimate Fighter
Mhm.
show where he's gonna be the coach and the other guy's gonna be the coach, and then they're gonna lead up to the fight.
They still do that?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I didn't know either. I kind of lost interest in it because I always liked him, and like I said, win or lose, I didn't care about him winning. I just liked him as a person because I knew that he was a good shit, man. I knew he was a good shit
He
from
has
the
a
first time.
personality, dude.
Yeah. And as a person, he was good because, like I said, he was driving. This is when he was early training. He was driving down LA. Had the roof was down, just enjoying life. He's passing by. He passed by these apartments, and there's a guy on the balcony. He's got an Irish flag. He's going like this because he saw Connor in the car. He's going like this, and then Connor's like, "Oh shit!" Then he turns back around, hits a U. He goes up there. He goes to his apartment, and says, "What's up, man? You're a fan? He went to go shake his hand. Went to his dude's apartment and shit. He goes because he was so blown away that that he's had fans now. Like he was somebody, and he was but he was appreciative of it. He goes, and I'm always grateful for everything that I get. I'm grateful for it. He goes, I don't take it for granted. I got a bunch of shit, and that's why because I'm grateful and I thank everybody. And he was just showing it too, like in the documentary, like the nanny they had to while he was going to the fights, like they would have the same setup, like the same house. They go to the same, I guess, house that he had in Vegas or whatever. And the nanny would be there, and he would tell her, thank you for everything. We appreciate you. Thank you for, watching the kids. And it was, you could tell he was being a genuine guy, man. So that's why I always was drawn to him. Yeah, the personality, the over the top fighting, yeah, he was fantastic. But I also, always saw that he was a good person. He always took the time to take pictures with everybody and shit. He wasn't I never
Yeah.
saw him be a dick, So that's just from what I
I'm
could see.
gonna go back to Rocky 3. Like Rocky 3 was hands down like that's the way it actually is in the fight game, where he's on top,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
He's over there shaking hands,
Yep.
like he has all these posters everywhere, has all this, merch, everything like that. But he didn't have that. He didn't have that
fight,
drive
fire.
anymore. That yeah.
Fire, man. He didn't have that fire no more.
Yeah, he was in
lost
there
it.
in a like full blown training facility.
Yeah.
And then you had Clubber over there just like
In a closet somewhere working out. He was in a dirty ass closet with a mop and shit.
yeah, dude. And that's the way that's probably what happened with
I think so.
Connor.
I think so.
Like, he got to that pinnacle and then you just you don't have it there anymore. Your focus is on that money and
Yeah.
those companies that
Yeah.
you're trying to continue making money with.
Yeah, and the other thing that I noticed, with him too, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's great that he's, he loves his family. But I noticed after he had like 2 kids, like that was kind of like where he was getting like, you could see where he was like hesitant to get hurt,
Right.
or take chances and shit. Because
But you have somebody on the other side of that ring that
yeah,
wants to knock your freaking
yeah.
head
So he
off.
gets distracted, and that's, I get it. It's, it happens when you have family. So you think about that, you're thinking about them too, not just thinking about yourself no more. And so I can see where he lost the fire, but like I said, let's see I'm curious to see what he does when he comes back here this year or later this year. But I just want to
He's
see.
a draw.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
puts asses in the
Oh yeah,
seats.
that's all that counts. That's all that matters, dude. Is make money, get the people, get them jacked up. Because before I watched UFC and I dug it and everything. It was cool, and I just watched it as a casual thing. But when he came into the game, I was like, "Who's this dude, man? Like he's just got
He made a
He's got
name
it
for
all, man. He's
himself,
got it
man.
all. Yeah, he's got it all, man. And he, like I said, he came from nowhere, man. Like like you said, I'm from nowhere. I'm from Dublin. I mean, I think what was it called? I forget what the little town was called because I come from nowhere, dude. And I put myself on the map.
And then he had that fight with Mayweather.
Yeah, that was cool as shit. Dude, he took him to task, man. He did.
Like,
He took it to him, though. Even though he lost, he
jeez.
took him to task, though. You know.
But he was just trying to back up his that mouth that he has.
Oh yeah.
Both of them have a mouth.
Oh yeah, dude. They got what was I forgot what it was, $100 million.
Yeah, dude, that was
fight.
like just the whole pre-fight, like the lead up to the fight.
Yeah.
Was
Great.
Yeah,
it was great.
I was
man.
like, you want to know what the hell these dudes were gonna say
Yeah.
in the next town?
It's
I love this shit.
It was great, man. Either way. Yeah, dude. Connor, check that out, man. Netflix, McGregor Forever, excuse me. Check it out, man. Great little thing. Uh, Great little doc. Then I slipped into a nice a deep dive on Andrew Dice Clay.
Yes,
Dice
yes,
Man, the
yes.
Dice
Dice
Man.
man, right there.
Dude, I was
He's the reason I have a crazy sense of humor.
yeah, dude, that me too. I think I was shit. I can't remember if I was 12 or 13 when he had his cassette, and and I would listen to that thing over and over and over again when I'd go be going to bed. And my parents, they didn't care what I listened to, so I would put that on as went to bed. I'd put that on and they would just they put me to sleep, man. Just listen to the bits over and over and over.
Oh,
Again.
he's so raunchy.
Yeah, dude, it was so good, man. And
It makes me smile.
yeah.
Because
So-
he couldn't get away with this shit now.
Oh, dude, no way, dude. He'd be canceled in fucking minutes. I was listening to. He was going to his backstory. He was kind of talking about when he was a kid and shit. His dad owned a toy store at first. His dad owned a toy store, and then as he got older, his dad owned a construction company, and then he started doing construction. And then where the neighborhood they lived at, they had a lot of mafia kind, not mafia, but mob kind of stuff. So they ended up having to leave that neighborhood. But anyway, he grew up, and as he was growing up, he goes, I started doing he started doing he was really obsessed with John Travolta, and he was obsessed with John Travolta and Elvis. So, well, yeah, that's why he kind of has that vibe to him. But he said John Travolta was his biggest thing, and then he would pretend, not pretend, but he would do this whole act of John Travolta, and that's how he got into the comedy thing. Like he started doing this bit where he would pretend to be he liked Jerry Lewis. So he would do like the Nutty Professor thing, and he would transform himself into Vinnie Barbarino from Welcome Back, Carter. That character. And then when he did Saturday Night Live, he goes, Saturday Night Fever, excuse me. He really was obsessed with him, but the whole point was that he started doing that, and he started doing music, things like that. He started singing. People didn't know he could sing, man. People didn't know he could sing. He goes, when I'm on my earlier concerts, he goes, I would do a whole bit like the Grease Lightning from Grease. He goes, I could do the whole Grease Lightning bit, and it was he goes, I could sing it. He goes, I sang everything. The guy that was interviewing was like, well, you sang? He goes, yeah, dude, I learned how to sing. I learned how to do that Grease Lightning. It took me a month, and I did it, in my comedy act. He goes, and when the what do you call it, when the critics came out, they talked about how raunchy I was, but they didn't tell people that I could actually sing and do all these other things, man. And I was a good actor, man.
Total greaser.
Yeah, dude, for sure, man. He was old school, man. He was
Leather jacket.
yeah, dude, and he was
Pompadour.
he
Rolled up cigarettes.
yeah. He said when he got discovered, when he found the big was Rodney Dangerfield discovered him, and Rodney Dangerfield's people saw him and said, man, you gotta meet this guy. This kid's a whole different level. He's got a whole vibe about him. You gotta just check him out. So Rodney Dangerfield fell in love with him as soon as he met him. Put him on his comedy special, his HBO comedy special that Rodney used to have back in the day.
Ronnie's good too, man.
Oh, dude, he was the best. He had the one-liners. He had the quick one-liners. He was a quick hitter. He was a quick hitter with those
Hey,
talking shit.
gotta
dude. Yeah.
pull the collar, man. It's hot under there.
Yeah, dude, this is tough, man. It's tough to be Rodney, especially when you got them eyes, man. You got to be careful with those eyes, man. You don't know where he's going. But yeah, dude. So he got picked up. Rodney picked him up, man. He made it big. He goes, you know, he goes, to be honest with you guys, to be honest with, he was telling the interview, to be honest, man, my thing was to make it as an actor. Like, I love comedy. He goes, comedy was my passion. He goes, and I loved it. He goes, but I wanted to be an actor, man. And that's when he goes, I got into, he goes, and then his first role was an early thing on like regular TV. And then he said, then the role that everybody knows him or seen him that kind of broke him even more was in Pretty in Pink when he was the door guy on Pretty in Pink. And he was talking shit with, he was talking with Ducky at the front door there. And he goes that John Hughes liked him so much and he liked everything about him that he goes that what they did is they cut his scene. It was just a short scene, but they cut it and made it longer so he could get more TV time because John Hughes was just fascinated with him because he had never seen somebody like him before. With it,
He should have been the janitor in the Breakfast Club.
that would have been something else. That would have been a hell of a janitor right there, man. He'd have been talking all kinds of shit. Well, yeah. So he did they stretched him out on Pretty in Pink. He got that spot. Then he did this other thing with I can't forget what the other movie was called. And then even that movie, the guy Ivan Reitman, the Ghostbuster guy, he made this movie called Casual Sex, and he was supposed he was just supposed to have a small bit in it, just a small bit. He was supposed to be like this guy named Vinnie, and he was just funny. His name was. You can look it up. It's supposed to be something Vinnie.
Big
And
fan, by the way.
Yeah. And then so he had this little role in this movie called Casual Sex. It was like a HBO, it was a big time movie. And after they showed it to the audience, it was the audience, they showed it to the audience for the first time. Yeah, Vinny, yeah. That's what they called him. But the character was him essentially. It was his personality, the dice guy.
Dice man.
Yeah, the dice man. It was his personality. And he goes, he was so good that they rewrote the end so that he would be the guy that won Leah Thompson's heart. Like he was the guy that ended up being the guy. Like he ended up being. That's how good he was that he caught everybody's attention. But
So after that movie, did he get his own movie, Ford Fairlane?
yeah, that's where they stepped to him and they said, "Man,
Yeah.
hey," he was like, "Hey," he goes, we're gonna give you your own feature film movie." man."
Yeah,
and dude, that's
Ford
insane.
Fairlane.
Ford Fairlane, man, I love that movie, man. People hated it. I loved it, man. I loved the whole thing with the lighter and the whole
Mhm.
scene, man. He was just so damn cool, man.
That's the Dice man right
Yeah,
there.
man. And he had the cow.
Dude, even the
cowhide.
movie poster is the best.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean I'm trying to see that. I couldn't see it the thing. But yeah, no, it's I love that movie, man. I couldn't get enough of it. Wayne Newton's in that
Hey,
motherfucker.
he
Wayne
was
Newton's
smoking
in there.
cigarettes like this. I can't do it. 'cause
Yeah,
my-
right around the
my- I
Jack.
mean, yeah,
Too broad. Too broad. Oh. But he said, yeah, as a kid, man, when he was growing up with his mom, well, with his parents, but he told his mom, he goes when he saw that Elvis, was it 1968, the Elvis where he came back?
comeback special.
The comeback special. When he said, when I saw Elvis in that, he goes,
All black leather.
he told his mom, I'm gonna be not musically wise, but I'm gonna have that personality. And I'm gonna be a big person. I'm gonna be a big influence in the world one day. He goes, he told his mom. His mom went to go buy him a plastic leather jacket, a fake leather jacket, and she was behind him and she supported him, man. He did it and he got after it, man. He made it, man. He said but like I said, he said his passion was comedy, but he said he wanted to do movies, and that's what he ended up doing, movies and shit. And now, I think he still does comedy and shit. He was also in what's the movie? A Star Is Born. He was Lady Gaga's dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And he goes, he's getting after it now. He had a stroke or a heart attack, and it screwed up his eyes, so he can't. That's why he always has the shades on because the light screws with his eyes and stuff. But he was going on and on about all the people that he helped get to who he helped make help them on their way. It's just like he said, I didn't know he discovered Eddie Griffith. You remember Eddie Griffith?
Yeah.
He was in what's that? He was Mel Gigolo. What's that, Gigolo? Deuce Bigelow, Eddie Griffin, my
Yeah, he
favorite.
was a pimp.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that part when he was in there and he's in that hot tub and he's eating the food. The food falls off his sandwich and he grabs the
Yeah, he
out of the
grabs it
hot
off.
tub.
The
That's
tomato.
the tomato, yeah, he bitch, yeah. That's what you just call him with him, he bitch.
Oh God.
Dude, but yeah, so he could discover Eddie Griffin. He goes, he was watching. He goes, I was at a club, saw Eddie Griffin on stage. He came down. He goes, and I told him, I said, hey man, you got potential, man. You could make it. You know, just get your shit tightened up, and get your act tightened up, and you could make it. And Eddie's like, yeah, trying to be like, yeah, whatever. I'm not trying to listen. You're trying to make fun of me. And he goes, all right, yeah, he goes, he told Eddie, you ever been to, I think it's Chicago. He goes, you ever been to Chicago, Eddie? And he's like, no. He goes, pack your bags. You're gonna be my opener next week. We're gonna go with me. He goes, and I took Eddie Griffin with me on the road because I saw how much potential he had. He goes, but he goes, it was funny. He goes, we go to Chicago. It's cold as shit. He goes, this guy doesn't have the proper jacket. He goes, so I take him and I buy him everything he needs: jacket, clothes, pants, everything he needs.
Man, I don't know about. Did he try that shit?
Yeah,
too, man?
nah, that's a whole
other story.
It's a whole different way. Yeah, but no, but it was just cool to see how much of a nice guy he was. He goes, and the problem he landed into, thing he ran into was gambling and shit. He was big into gambling. He would blow like when he was in his heyday, when he was big, when he was packing arenas and shit. He was like, man, I was in Vegas and I was blowing like 250 grand, like easy. Like I was losing 250 grand. He goes, I'd win it back. He goes, eventually, but he goes, I love to gamble. He goes, that was my thing, man. That was my little pleasure to get away from the hustle and bustle of being a star, was doing that. And he goes, I could call him and I could, play some blackjack and shit. He goes, I was a killer.
There are some celebrities that's what they like to do is they'll hide underneath glasses and hat and just play poker, dude. Like, or
That's what his
blackjack.
thing. Yeah, that's what his thing, man. He goes, I would just go out there. He goes, and I wasn't a. He goes I just for a while I did that for a long time. He goes, eventually, he goes, I just kind of got away from it. He goes, but then that's when he kind of lost his way and he started falling off and shit. And he goes, it went bad. It went sideways from real bad. Then he kind of fell out of the limelight for a while and he came back. And now he's doing some new shit now where he's going to, he's got a new thing that he's starting where he takes, he goes on the street, he goes on the road, on the man on the street kind of thing. And he goes out there and he'll tell him, he'll tell him his bits, like his old comedy bits, like old mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get
Canceled.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
and
then
then
people-
get to get it out.
Yeah, and then he goes, that people don't even know who he is, and he goes, but that's the bit. He goes, that's the whole bit, that they don't know who the hell I am. Like they don't recognize me. They don't know. He goes, and I'm doing this in New York, where I was, I came from, but nobody gets it no more because
They don't, dude. Because I talk about the Dice Man all the time.
Yeah.
Because my sense of humor, my comedy,
Yeah.
like I've had people tell me that hey, you should try stand up. Nah, that's a whole nother world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I'm quick with them.
Yeah.
But when I tell them, hey, one of my influences with my shtick, my
Yeah.
comedy was Andrew Dice Clay. They look at me like I'm a fucking weirdo, dude. They're like, who is that?
Dude,
Like,
that's-
who is?
that was the king, man.
Oh.
The king of like I said, he was so damn obsessed with Elvis, man. He's just like, that was my guy, man. So I wanted to be so bad.
He introduced me to the term meat flaps.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
He's got a bunch
God.
of them, dude. He was when he was doing this interview, he was going on and on and on, and he had all kinds of words. Oh man, I wish I could remember some of the ones he was.
Hey,
saying.
I told you a few of them, before we got on air, and my kid tried to cancel me right there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's the good stuff.
We're at the Palooza. They asked me, hey, you want to play this game Werewolf? I was like, lady, you looking at a werewolf? Now let me see that moon.
Bust out those cheeks, man. Throw them cheeks out there, man. That's what I'm
Overwatch.
saying.
I don't know what Overwatch is, but I'll watch over you. What
Oh,
you
dude, I'm
looking-
telling you, that must have been a lot of nerds in there. I think, yeah, that's a whole nother level for me.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was. I'm telling you, my son was right there keeping an eye on me.
Dude, that's that's a candy land. That's a.
He's like, what are you looking at? I was like, I don't know. She-Hulk over there. Keep walking.
She have a briefcase? If she had the briefcase,
Oh,
you're in
man.
business, man. You got the briefcase.
It's just funny, dude.
No, I
You got to be careful what you
Oh,
say
sure.
now.
Oh,
You got to tiptoe
very.
around what you say now.
very.
That's why I look at I love comedy, and I don't know how they do it nowadays, dude. Like the Eddie Murphys,
Yeah.
the Raw, they can't. No,
you couldn't pull that shit
you
off.
could not do that.
He was saying that there was when there was one particular incident when he was playing blackjack, and this is like right after he kind of was kind of not he wasn't over. He was still kind of in the big time kind of, but he was getting a lot of shit because that movement was coming and it was changing. Times were changing, and he said I was Because it was the media would portray that I was hated by a lot of women. He goes, granted, it was just a small percentage. He goes, but the media portrayed like I was hated by all women because of the way I was. I was a pig and a bastard and all this shit. He goes, but I was playing blackjack, and he goes, there was a certain way he wanted you to when it was time for him to hit or whatever. There was a certain way he wanted you to give it to deliver it to him. There was a certain way that he said that I wanted to see it a certain way, and he asked the pit boss, "Can you do that? Can you have them deal it to me a certain way so I can see it a certain way, right?" And the pit boss like, "Yeah, man, no problem. We can do that. No big deal. It wasn't a thing. You're spending a shit ton of money here, man." And so he does that, and then they switch the shift on him. The shift switches, and it's a lady. He goes, the lady they brought in, they did it on purpose. He felt like they did it on purpose because she was one of the
wasn't
ones
a
that hated
fan
him.
of him. Yeah, she
And
was
he
not a
goes, at
fan.
first, he goes, I was being cordial. He goes, I was being me. I wasn't being diced. He goes, I was just being me. I was just being myself, the guy you see on every day on the street. He goes, but she started screwing with me, and he goes, and I turned on the dice, and it was a
No
nightmare.
pun intended.
Yeah,
Right?
no, yeah, no, yeah. And he said he just didn't work out, man. He was giving her all kinds of shit, and it turned to a thing, and he ended up leaving. They threw him out of the place because he was just turning to thing. Because he's like, I wasn't trying to do that to her. I was trying to be respectful and just play my game, man. But she had a chip on her shoulder. No pun intended. Again, no, he had a chip on her shoulder, and he had to walk out, man. He's like, man, I had to get out of there, man, because it was going to start shit. But he said that that particular night he ended up winning like 300 grand or something like that. So he wasn't too mad. He got over it real quick. Um, but yeah, man, listen to the dice talk, man. It was like a blast for the past for me. It was just like a blanket. It was like a security blanket hearing him talk and hearing a dude like that, just the old fashioned dude talking again, man. Just to hear him just bullshit with this interviewer, it was just great, man. To hear him and just go on and on. It was nice to hear him
There are
again.
certain comedians that I'm just like, and Dice is one of them. Like I said, early Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
We've talked about.
Yeah.
Red Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Like we've talked about a lot of comedians on here. But I don't understand how do they do it nowadays?
They gotta be careful with shit, man. I know that some of the guys that I listen to,
Eggshells when they
sure,
say
yeah.
something.
I know they don't. I know some of them don't. I know none of them do. They don't do college campuses no more. They don't do those college shows no more. They refuse.
Really?
They refuse to do those shows where it's college students. They used to do those college
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
They don't
like-
do. They don't do those shits
Like
anymore.
college tours.
Oh yeah, hell no. They don't do that no more, dude. It sucks for them, I think, but I think what it is that I enjoy the comedy. The reason why I stay with the comedy, stick with it, and I love it watching, is because these guys don't let the climate dictate them. They're still doing what they want, and I think that group of people is going to keep it going where they're going to.
We've probably said this. Have you ever seen F is for Family?
Yeah. Yeah, I love
Golly, dude.
Bill Burr,
Like,
the Bill Burr shit.
yeah, dude.
Great.
Like, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, it takes place in the 70s.
Yeah.
You can't do that now.
No shit, no, dude.
You can't do that now. Like, I'm laughing my fucking ass off,
Yeah.
at this animated series.
Oh yeah.
But I can relate to it is because, that's the way you grew up, like talking, you know what I mean? And his older son in the cartoon is all like, no, he's like the way it is now. You can't say that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Don't talk to me that way. And nah, dude, like tough skin.
Oh yeah,
gotta have tough skin.
You have to, man. And that's how I grew up, man. I grew up. My parents never said, "Hey, son, can you grab that thing and move it over here?" No, hey, stupid, why don't you move that over there? Or something. It was never nothing nice, And you let it roll off your back. You're like,
Oh,
move
man, I
on.
feel
That's
bad,
another day,
dude.
It's
Bad.
and God damn it, there was something. Golly, I had an idea that I was gonna talk about similar to that was. There was something I saw online.
I still tell mine I love him though. After
no,
I
yeah.
talk to him like that, but
Yeah. Well, yeah,
I
I
tell him,
didn't
get over here, kid.
Yeah,
Kiss him on the forehead, but
yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get an "I love you" till I was like 30 when I got the "I love you," man. So, and even then it was just
Oh.
because they needed money. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, it was
He
rough.
said I could live in the pool house when
Yeah.
he makes all his money,
Yeah,
so
right.
hey, I can't be mad.
Yeah, for sure. But no, it's just a different time, dude. It's a different time. It's different, and I wish. I just wish that this generation can see how we grew up, and we didn't do too bad. I don't think we did too bad, man. And it was it's just scary, dude. I'm scared to see where this is going, and as long as we got Elon, I'm good, man. As long as we got Mr. Musk, we're good, man. Elon Musk's gonna save it, man. He's gonna save us.
Oh, Tony Stark.
He's gonna save us, man. Yeah. So seeing Dice back on TV, man, was just it was a pleasure, man, to see him back up there. Just crazy to see him. He doesn't have the pompadour anymore. He got the hair. He's getting old, man. It's all gray. It's gone and shit. It's just weird to see those guys that you grew up watching and they were so, youthful and.
I'm just glad he's not like dyeing his hair like jet
No.
black or
No,
has
I'm
like
glad.
an Eric Estrada wig or something.
Hey, that Eric Estrada wig looks damn good though. Looks real good.
An expensive rug right
Hell
there.
yeah, dude. That's
That's an Oriental rug right there.
Persians came all over. Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you. So, what was it? I saw the thing. There was a Taylor Swift concert. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just funny. Came across this thing.
T Sweezy.
Yeah. I liked her earlier stuff. Her earlier stuff was okay. It was all right, but I'm not a fan. Like I said, I'm not a fan. But they were selling. To my point was they were selling her. There was a concert she had. I don't know where it was at. They had a concert. They were selling the rain that fell on the rain that fell on the crowd, or just the rain that was coming down on them. They bottled the rain, and they were selling the bottled rain at from her concert. Yeah, you could buy the rain. You could buy the bottled rain. It was going for.
Didn't somebody already try to do that gimmick right there?
Yeah, it was
Little YouTube star try to do that.
$2.50 a bottle. $2.50 a bottle.
People were also selling the confetti.
Yeah, that fell. You could catch it and you would.
You could catch it, and they're putting in little baggies and selling it.
Yeah, dude.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's And then the other cool shit I came across, man, they sold Paul Walker's Fast and Furious Supra. They sold it for $500,000 at auction there. So that was really.
I can see that.
That was really cool. That's timeless, man. That's like a timeless thing there. It's just part of history, man. The movie, kind of like I guess it would be like selling the remains of what's his name?
James Dean.
James Dean's car. What was it?
Porsche.
Porsche. Yeah. There you go. It'd be the same kind of thing, but James Dean was a lot. I think James Dean was a lot cooler than Paul Walker. I think he was a lot cooler than Paul Walker. That's just me though. So
James Dean had a lot of secrets.
did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay. But it was Dead Man's Curve, right?
Yes.
I want to see that curve, man. I want to see how deadly it is, man. I hear it's
Pretty deadly, apparently.
Apparently, man. And then in Arizona, we got to go check this out. We got to make a field trip. This is a long ass field trip. We got to try to make this field trip. It's a restaurant in Arizona, and it's 250 feet below ground, and it looks like hell. It looks like hell when you're going down there. It's like all dark and red and foggy and shit. It's really cool, man. When I read about that, I was like, holy shit, that's amazing. Like it was Arizona, right? You see the images. Look at that thing. That's cool as shit, man. That's awesome, man. I want to do it.
Well,
that is awesome.
it looks like the set of Dusk Till Dawn.
I know. That's why it piqued my interest because I wonder where the semi trucks are at and shit.
I'll stay outside with the dinosaur.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the Gecko Brothers in there.
Yeah, dude, that's good shit, man. But yeah, I saw that, came across those two things, and that was just and then to stay on restaurants, I think that they're trying to do, the thing that they're working on is your menus now. Your menu will be 3D. Like you get this thing they put on your table, and it'll show you the food before it comes. Like you can look at it, and it shows you like the steak, how it'll look, how your dessert will look. If you can look at it, 3D. It's like animated and shit. You can see. It's like Jesus.
Picture's not enough.
I know pictures not enough anymore, dude. You
Or
gotta,
do you even need a picture? Can you just have a description?
so when you go to Waffle House, when they do that, and Waffle House they have a little roach.
It's got a
around- the little roach
or
come out. like that,
6
yeah.
inches of grease
Yeah,
on
that
top
too.
of it.
Dude,
I've
Waffle
never been to
House.
those restaurants where you walk in the front door and they have like I don't know what the hell it's made out of, but it's the plate
The
that's right
plate.
there.
Oh yeah, they're already like
Yeah, dude.
Like
yeah,
plastic.
yeah, plastic.
Is it
yeah,
plastic?
Yeah,
I think.
I think they are. I think they're like the dessert trays and shit they show.
That's
Yeah.
3D.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
real.
It's
It's
not
real.
enough.
They
It
just
is right
shellac
there.
it.
Yeah, they show hack it
I
now.
don't know what they do, but I've gone into restaurants and I'm like, oh man. I've even been to a buffet that like the whole buffet looks like that.
Golden Corral, man, that's the
Dude,
shit, man.
there was dust on top of it and everything else.
Dude, Golden Corral was a shit. I missed
Ugh.
that.
So gross.
So stick on the food topic there. There was this guy, I was watching this guy. I follow this guy on Instagram and he on TikTok. This guy, I forget his name. And of course I do because I don't care about his name. I'm interested in what he does. So he's in Nepal. He's in Nepal and he goes into the store in Nepal and he travels the world, does all kinds of crazy shit, food and stuff. Goes to Nepal and he goes in there and he buys this little jug of honey. and they tell him, "Hey, okay, so now when you eat this honey, just do a little tablespoon. Don't eat any more of that table. Don't eat no more than a tablespoon of this honey." He goes, "Well, why? Well, it's just honey. It's like it's honey, but it's got it's tricky. It's got some effects to it." He goes, "It's in between a marijuana high and a mushroom high, so it's in between that kind of feel." So this dude goes, I've done drugs
Called
before, no
it
big.
crossfaded.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
does 1 tablespoon. He's like, he did 2 tablespoons, and he goes, nothing happened. He goes, I went back to my hotel room. On my way back to the hotel room, he goes, it started kicking in. He goes, like I had this heat, like he he said the heat felt like when you put Bengay on yourself. He goes, but he went like inside of you. It's like the heat was coming like through his whole body.
Oh my God, dude, I laugh about
And it
shit
just
like
went
that.
through his feet, and he went like it was like a shock that went through him, like a shock. I feel like a shockwave went through his body, but it was the heat of that shit coming on. It took like he said, it took like 2 hours for it to really kick in, but it kicked in. He goes, and then he goes, he wanted to take one more little sit, one little more
Oh no.
thing on like he put it on like a little biscuit or something like that. And then he goes, and that he just wrecked him, dude. And he was in bed the rest of the night. He couldn't stop. He was on that bowl, just throwing his fucking.
Hey,
his
once
guts
you
up.
get to a certain point, man, you start to hear iron butterfly pain in your head, man.
Dude.
That old Encanto la Vida shit. man.
Well, I want to see the bees that made this honey.
So yeah, no, I yeah. So
They're
I
probably
think
all fucking
I think
psychedelic.
it's called
They look like
They're
tie dye.
tie-dyed bees.
They was
Jeez.
called it's in Nepal. If you look it up, Nepal honey is called
Type in Nepal bees.
yeah. Then what kind of bees they got over
They're
there?
all tie dye bee.
Nepal honey,
Mad.
mad honey, yep,
Mad honey.
Yeah, you can get that. We need to get a jar of that and you'll give it a shot.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude, that'd be a hell of an episode.
Little taste test.
Yeah. See what kind of honey you got? That local honey, or you got that psychedelic honey? Yeah, it's interesting, man. But yeah, that guy, I follow this guy, and he's just like I said, I follow him from Barstool, and Barstool's always got some cool shit.
If you eat too much of it can actually kill you.
Ooh, interesting. Fun facts.
Mm-mm.
Fun facts, dude.
It's illegal in some nations.
Oh shit. But yeah, I came across that. I thought that was amazing, dude. That was cool shit. Honey. We got to get some of that honey, man.
That's like that. What is it? That drink? Abstinence?
Oh, dude, that stuff is the real stuff is not. It's not the same anymore, right, Jennifer? The real,
No.
the
It's
real.
not the
It's
same.
not the used to be, but still good nonetheless. I forgot a lot of shit
That
when we
shit
did it.
just tastes like black licorice to
Oh
me.
yeah, for sure, dude. Were you ever a Jaeger guy?
No, dude, no.
No, you weren't. I was.
Everybody's like, oh, it tastes this Jaeger.
I
That
was
shit
a-
would go down and come back up. Like just that fast.
I was always a Jaeger guy, man. I always used
Yeah.
to love it, man.
It would just touch my stomach and then come back up.
So gross.
If you do too much of it, the next day you have black shits. Yeah, so
Ugh.
that's a fun fact. there.
Hey, too much info.
I didn't say me. I was just saying.
Oh,
Just
how do
in
you know
general.
then?
Well, I hear you hear stories. You hear people. You hear round table discussions.
Okay.
So that's
about shits.
about shit, black shits.
Jaeger bombs.
Yeah, Jaeger bombs are amazing, dude. But that's my thing. I love, but like I said that. But I like the black licorice. I was always the guy that liked the little black licorice. Jelly
You
bean.
like black
Good.
licorice?
Yeah.
You like good and plenties?
Ugh.
You like the goods or the plenties?
There's never enough. Never enough
Goods.
of the plenties. Or
I'd never
I forgot
messed
her-
around with that candy. That's the pink and white.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
Yeah.
gross.
They were rough.
Nope.
They were rough.
Hard pass. Isn't that what the kids say nowadays?
I think so. Or
I don't-
that's mid, bro. Right? Is that what they said? I don't know what they
That's
said.
mid, bro.
That's mid, bro. I think that's what
Oh,
you gotta follow that kid. Yeah. Yeah. The kids, you know how they are. And then the last thing I had was in Switzerland, the movie theaters, man. In Switzerland they have. I was looking at this footage of it. They have double beds. Like the thing is, double bed movies. You can watch the movies on, and the place.
what kind of movies?
No, movie theater. It's a movie
Oh,
theater. Yeah,
well,
they're
what
movie
kind
theater.
of movies do
No,
you need
it's
to be
just-
laying in bed to watch?
Oh no, it's Switzerland. It's
not
they're
not
movie
grown-up
theaters
movie theaters.
where you can book a double bed instead of seats, and that's their thing now, man.
We'll call them grown-up movie theaters.
Yeah, it's in Switzerland. Yeah, they're
Especially in
yeah,
dude, especially in Switzerland.
dude. But you should see their theaters, man. It's insane. It's like it's very high class. Like it looks like a
Man, you'd have all the homeless in here if you had a theater look like that.
their snack bar. It has a VIP area where you pay a certain thing and you can you get your own popcorn out of the thing. It's really fancy, man. It's like a Tiffany's kind of experience.
Damn.
I ain't even talking about breakfast either. Yeah. So yeah, that's I think the Swiss are onto something there, man. They're neutral and they got badass theaters, man. I like that. I
Is that a
like
ball pit?
a ball.
Yeah.
That was a damn ball pit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my
While you're
god.
watching a movie, yeah,
I
that's
guess
a lot.
that's like for a kids movie.
I get maybe so, maybe so.
Man, you never know
There's
what's
a
the bottom of the
slide.
ball pit.
There's a slide in there too.
Never know what's the bottom of the ball pit.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man. But yeah, the Swiss man, they know what's up. They know how to do it, man. Watch movies laying down. That's how I like to watch movies. Laying down, popcorn, choke on your peanut M&Ms and
I
shit.
have a hard time getting up from the
Oh,
damn
yeah.
ground, laying down.
That's yeah, me too. Yeah, see that snack bar, how fancy. I don't know if that's a snack bar, but anyway, the snack bar is classy as shit, dude. It's real nice. Got everything's behind glass windows and shit. Not that one, but the other one I was
The
looking at.
Swedish.
We'll put an image on the thing so people can see the fancy movie theater. But yeah, man, that's all I had this week, man. It was a low key week, man. We were looking for, like I said, Vinnie had a good weekend. We're happy for Vinnie there. We went to go. Oh, by the way, we went to go see one last thing. I forgot this. We went to and I didn't know this that up there, and I didn't know they moved location. This is how fucking out of touch I'm in, man. I remember the Nifty 50s used to be over there at that Kroger's over there. Where was it? On
Spring Cypress.
Spring Cypress, yes. Used to be way the hell over there, and then we came to find out through the Google there that it's on Grogan's Mill now, man. So we went by there this past weekend, man, and checked it out, man, and it's a nice setup out there, man. There's a nice bar over there. I know you want to do something at that bar over there.
Yeah.
They got Brothers Pizza over there, and so yeah, we had a good time, man. And it was, you know what, the we saw these classic hot rods with beautiful cars all over the damn place. But the thing that caught my attention and that made me happy was that there was a ton of kids out there looking at the cars, interested, asking questions. That was the part that got me, was that there's kids, man. The kids are interested. You would see families with the dads with their sons and mom and vice versa, moms and sons and daughters, just sitting out there watching, sitting out there with the hot rods and the smell of gasoline flowing, man. It was great, man. It was great to see these families. The families still do this kind of stuff, man. It was nice and
Keep it
wholesome.
alive, man.
Yeah, dude, we have to keep it going, man. Keep it next generation, man.
We have time machines.
Yes. Yeah, we got to make sure that they don't forget about the pistons and all that good shit, man. Got to keep it flowing, man. Got to keep that oil
The
flowing.
gasoline.
Well, that too, but I'm just saying. But well, that's the main thing. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to get into that one, but yeah, I don't want to lose that, man. I don't want to plug in my. I don't want to plug in my car. I don't want to plug that sumbitch in. I want to fire it up like the old-fashioned way. But that was a nice thing to see families hanging out, man. Like I said, I went to I had a beverage. I had a low carb beverage over there. What's that place called? The Lounge?
The Blue Lion.
Blue Lion, yes. Went over there. It looked very soccer themed kind of vibe in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. Great. The staff was great there. They were nice, very polite, good people. And like I said, I'm curious. I never had the Brothers Pizza, so I'm curious to try that out.
Dude, Brothers is amazing.
Good. All right,
Yes.
I need to try that out. And then there's I think there's a coffee spot over there. But anyway, thanks to was it Randy Shannon? Randy Shannon from the Nifty 50s for giving us a follow there and following the 52. And I think the 52, we got something in the works. I'm gonna stay in touch with Randy there, and we're gonna get something in the works for the 52 out there and put a little something together. Maybe do an on location thing, just like July 15th. Don't forget if you're listening to the ones of listeners, July 15th, Bastrop, Texas. And if you know, Bastrop, Texas. We're going to check it out. So, but yeah, Nifty 50s, go check them out. Grogan's Mill, cool shit, man. Like I said, it was great to see the folks out there, the families. Vinny, you got anything else, Vinny?
Nah, I'm
You
good.
good?
I'm just
All right,
trying to
man.
recover.
No, I know you're all scarred and broken over here, man. I get it, man. I totally get it. That's it, man. I guess that's it. Shit. Thank you to thank you to what's the thing? The hookers. Thank you to the hookers. I mean the
Hookers.
hookers, yeah, the dirty hookers, the fishing gear. Thank you guys.
Oh, the
Thank y'all
fishing
for-
gear.
yeah,
The
thank you.
fishing gear.
That's the unofficial sponsor of the 52, and hopefully we'll have get Nifty 50s involved. And again, thank you to the Lost Label, right?
Lost label.
Lost. Those guys are amazing. They're so supportive. They tagged us in the thing, and they're great folks, man. They're very responsive in their social media. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that to them for them doing that to us, sharing a little post about us, and then again, one last thing, Texas All Star Wrestling, man. Follow those guys too. Those are great folks, man. Those are part of that also is part of the 52, man. That's our extended family there. Those guys are great. I love supporting them. They came, they fell on my lap, a few years ago, so I appreciate them. Bob, thank you for everything. All those guys out there, man, they're amazing. So, I guess this is the 52, man. Episode 62, man. It's in the books, man. We'll see y'all later, and stay tuned.
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.